Hi, so I'm Leonie, and the first thing I'd like to do is say thank you very much. You've obviously read The Prosperity Factor and my chapter about magnetic joy, and that's brought you to have a look at what the tapping protocol is all about to help release the blocks so you can find more joy in your life. So thank you very much, and I look forward to hearing from you and finding out how you go when you actually use this protocol. So let's get started and have a look at being able to do the tapping. All right, so the first thing I want to say is that this is a generic script, and what we're going to do is go through the general script of using the tapping. I call this resolution and empowerment tapping script is what I call them, or RETs, and at the end I will explain to you how you can add in your own specific issues. But we'll start off just going through the general process. So where to tap? Now this is obviously very quick. If you have never tapped before, I do have a video about where to tap and how to tap. So if you want to watch that, you can to get more specific information. But let's get started with just the general information. At top of the head, the eyebrow point, which is right at the very beginning of the eyebrow, around to the side of the eye, underneath the eye on the cheekbone, top of the lip, chin point, collarbone, underneath on the right hand side, underneath the breast in line with the nipple, and then underneath your arm, which for women it's very easy, it's basically where your bra strap sits, but it's underneath the arm in line with the middle of where your breast would be. All right, let's get going. Okay, so top of the head, and we say, even though it's normal to want to live my life with joy. Okay. Then eyebrow point, so after I've said it, you can just repeat it if you like. My mind just can't let it be normal. If you are reading this, you can of course then tap along with me if you like. Side of the eye, it has to create it into an unmet need. Underneath the eye, this triggers off my fear responses, that I'm not meant to be happy if I'm imperfect. To the top of the lip, this then sets off a cascade of emotionally painful experiences in my mind's reality. Chin point, but it's not how my life really is right now. To the collarbone point, it's just my fears running stories from my past. On the right hand side, okay, underneath the breast, I don't really need certain conditions to exist for me to live my life with joy. And then underneath the arm, and I don't need specific circumstances to exist for me to live my life with joy. I already am living my life with joy. Taking a nice deep breath and blow it out and just let everything go, okay? Okay, we repeat that first round, so let's do it again, top of the head. Even though it's normal to want to live my life with joy. To the eyebrow point, my mind can't just let it be normal. To the side of the eye, it has to create it into an unmet need. Underneath the eye, this triggers off my fear responses, that I'm not meant to be happy if I'm imperfect. To the top of the lip, this then sets off a cascade of emotionally painful experiences in my mind's reality. To the chin point, at some point soon. But it's not how my life really is right now. And to the collarbone, it's just my fears running stories from my past. Right side, underneath the breast, I don't really need certain conditions to exist for me to live my life with joy. and underneath the arm. And I don't need specific circumstances to exist for me to live my life with joy. I already am living my life with joy. Taking a nice deep breath and blow it out, letting that all go. Okay, now we move on to round 2. So top of the head, by interpreting other people's behaviours as being about me, I've created the belief that I'm not meant to be happy if I'm imperfect. Okay, eyebrow point. That belief that I'm not meant to be happy if I'm imperfect then colours my experiences so it feels like it's true. And then to the side of the eyes, but it's not true. Underneath the eye, by interpreting other people's behaviours as being about me, I've created the belief that I'm not meant to be happy if I'm imperfect. Top of the lip, that belief that I'm not meant to be happy if I'm imperfect then colours my experiences so it feels like it's true. To the chin point, but it's not true. To the collarbone, by interpreting other people's behaviours as being about me, I've created the belief that I'm not meant to be happy if I'm imperfect. Okay. Right hand side underneath the breast, that belief that I'm not meant to be happy if I'm imperfect then colours my experiences so it feels like it's true. Okay. And underneath the arm, but it's not true. Taking a nice deep breath. And just let it all go. Now, this is the point where if you've got your own specific issues, you would actually insert them at this point and continue to go around tapping on the points, saying your own statements. For right now, we will continue through to round 3 and round 4, and then I'll explain how you create your own versions for round 2. Okay, round 3 is the letting go part. So, top of the head, I'm letting it all go. To the eyebrow point, I'm letting it all go. To the side of the eye, I'm letting it all go. To underneath the eye, I'm letting go of all that no longer serves me. Top of the lip, I'm letting it all go. Chin point, I'm letting go of all that no longer serves me. Collarbone point, I'm letting it all go. Underneath on the right hand side, underneath the breast, I'm letting go of all that no longer serves me. And then underneath the arm, I'm letting it all go. And taking a nice deep breath. And just let it all go. And then the final round is round 4, and this is the positive affirmation part. So top of the head, the only truth is, I already am living my life with joy. And then to the eyebrow point, I already am experiencing my life with joy. To the side of the eye, I already am joyous in every fibre of my being. Underneath, I already am living my life with joy. Top of the lip, I already am experiencing my life with joy. Chin point, I already am joyous in every fibre of my being. Collarbone, I already am living my life with joy. Underneath the right hand side, I already am experiencing my life with joy. And then finally, underneath the arm, I already am joyous in every fibre of my being. Taking a nice deep breath and let it go. How do you feel? It's kind of nice. Now, you may go, it's not bad, but I've got some of my own stuff I really want to clear. Okay, so what I've done is I've used the term imperfect just to generally cover a whole lot of feelings, but you probably need to be more specific about what your imperfect might be. So what I want you to do is get out a piece of paper and a pen and then write down all the things that you think stop you from being joyous. And then what we're going to do is we're going to insert those into the structure. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So the basic structure goes like this. By interpreting other people's behaviours as being about me, I've created the belief that. And that's what you insert. So what is it that you believe that stops you from being joyous? So say it's, I'm not good enough. That's a very common one. So you'd write that in there. So to be, by interpreting other people's behaviours as being about me, I've created the belief that I'm not good enough to be happy. Something like that. Then you'll go, that belief that I'm not good enough to be happy then colours my experiences so it feels like it's true. And then, of course, the final part of the structure is, but it's not true. Okay, and that's what you actually would do. So you would, if you've noticed, what happens is I've just broken that down into 3 parts. So it's the first part, then the second, and then it's not true. Then you start back at the beginning, you do the belief, then it's not true. You're back at the beginning, the belief, and it's not true. So when you're doing this, you will actually tap around the sequence. And I always say you tap the sequence 3 times because I find that that first one is 1, 2, and then 3. Now, if you get to say it 3 times, you think, oh, I need to do it again, then just repeat that around a few times until you feel like you're getting that release that you want to be feeling. If you've got several different kinds of beliefs, then you just put each one in one at a time and do a round on each one of those beliefs until it feels like it feels a lot better. And then, of course, we always finish off with a letting go part. So I'm letting it all go, I'm letting it all go, I'm letting it all go. You can do I'm letting it all go all the way, or you can go I'm letting go of all that no longer serves me. I particularly like to throw that in there because I feel like it just grabs anything and everything along the way. So I'm letting it all go. And then when you've done a round of I'm letting it all go, you then come back to, I already am feeling joyous. I already am joyous in my life. I already am happy. I already am happy. I already am joyous. I already am more joyous in my life. I already am experiencing more joy. I already am joyous. I already am happy. Whatever your statements might be that you want to, you can go back to the one, of course, that I've put in here and use those as well. You can say the same one on each point, or you can say a couple of different ones. That's really up to you as to what you feel is right for you to be able to say. So give it a go and see how you feel by the end. I'm sure you'll feel you'll feel the shift for sure. It's fantastic at releasing that. So what if you've done that and you feel like, wowee, that wasn't too bad, I want a bit more, what about other ways and other things? Well, guess what? As always, we've always got more. There's always more. So, and I think the reality is, who doesn't want to find more joy in their life? What I've created is a webinar that runs for 4 weeks, and it's called Find Your Joy. It's cram-packed with never before tapping scripts that dissolve your blocks to being joyous. I also believe that what it does is it enhances your consistency with the law of attraction. And I use that word consistency very, very intentionally. I think we can all use various ways of law of attraction ideas to create something, but we have to maintain it. What we really are looking for is a way in which we can utilize the ideas of the law of attraction all the time, every day, in all sorts of ways, and get a consistent result. And what I've personally found, hence why I've written about magnetic joy, is that unless I'm coming from my place of joy, then my experiences of law of attraction is quite inconsistent. So basically, this set of 4 weeks of protocols basically helps to get you into that place of joy so that you can fall in love with your life, and from a place of loving your life and loving what's in it, you're actually able to then manifest things more with greater ease. And if you're not living a life that you really love, then let's clear away those blockages so you're able to manifest the life you'd really like to be in love with, and all the things that come from feeling that absolute joy and love of your life and all the things that are in it. So if you're interested in that, just click on the button below that will take you to more information that will explain the process and all the things that are going on. And I really do look forward to being able to see you there, meet you and be able to continue to do more tapping and help you find a greater amount of joy in your life. Because, yeah, as I said, that's how I've actually found the law of attraction to work for me, is the more I can manifest, the more joy I have, the more love I have, and the more I just bring in that joy and that love into my life, the greater things I've been able to manifest. And then that feeds itself, because the more you get the things that you love, the more you love them, the more it goes around. So thank you. I hope that you felt some kind of shift, and I will be looking forward to meeting with you again in more workshops that we can do together. All right, have a great day, and thank you very much. Bye for now.